You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Hello and welcome to the SL Digital pregame show presented by Victory Honda of Muncie here on SportsLink Digital Radio. I am Lucas Thatcher alongside Evan Sowell and Evan. A marquee matchup tonight here in Worthen Arena between the number 9 ranked Cardinals and the number 14 ranked Lewis Flyers.
Yeah, Lucas, this is going to be an exciting volleyball matchup that we have in store this evening. These are two teams that are both highly ranked, as you mentioned, 14th for Lewis, 9th for Ball State. But the Ball State Cardinals came into this season with higher expectations. They lost earlier in the season twice to BYU and once to Stanford. This is a team that had national championship aspirations. If they want to get that back on track, MIVA play is going to need to be strong.
And the man that has led that Cardinals team, trying to get them back on track to the road to a national championship, is Donan Cruz. Evan, we're going to take a look at the coaches for both of these teams, starting with Donan.
Yeah, let's start with Donan. I mean, this is a guy who has had so much success over his time here at Ball State and just in his head coaching career. Two-time NAIA national champion as a head coach. And then for Ball State, he's 50-10 here at Worthen Arena, 14-3 back in 2022, 14-3 in 2023, 14-1 in 2022, and then last season was his worst at 15-4. They're already 7-2 at home this year. This is a Ball State team that's been excellent protecting the nest, and a lot of that is thanks to the head coaching of Donan Cruz.
And on the other side for the Lewis Flyers, we're going to look at one of the most prolific coaches in collegiate men's volleyball with Dan Friend.
Yeah, Dan Friend's a legend of the game, Lucas. This guy's in his 21st season. He's been an incredible coach. I'm pretty sure he has the 4th most wins in the history of men's volleyball. When I say pretty sure, I mean he does. This is a guy who's had so much success. He's played the Ball State Cardinals many times. You look at the series record, they're 29-25 all time against Ball State. Lewis has been successful, but this is a Ball State team that's more high-flying than ever. This is going to be a tough matchup for both of these teams.
And Dan Friend, this is his 21st season with Lewis. He just picked up his 400th win with the program two matches ago against Lindenwood, and he is in his 28th season overall, approaching 30 seasons as a head coach in collegiate men's volleyball. Well, tonight, if either one of these teams are going to want to win, which they both do, they're going to need to point to some star players. We'll start with Lewis with their star player, Max Rocky.
Yeah, I mean, Max Rocky has been fantastic this season. He's averaging just over 4 kills per set. He has 145 kills on the season. Number 9 for the Lewis Flyers has been fantastic. He's been prolific. He's been very good, especially in the middle set. Sets 2 and 3 have been his favorite. He only has 40 errors on the season. He's got 14 service aces. He's one of their best servers as well. This is a guy who can get it done at all times.
And on the other side, it is the high-flying Patrick Rogers. What a season he's had.
I mean, Patrick Rogers was fabulous last season, and in 21 sets played, 70 sets played so far this season, he's been just as good. He has 4.4 kills per set. He has 269 kills on the season. Patrick Rogers has been fantastic. Him and Tinashe and Zocheva have both been fabulous this season. This is a Ball State team, Lucas, that has all kinds of depth. You can go pretty much anywhere on this team and find some high flyers.
Absolutely, and that's going to do it for the SL Digital pregame show presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will have volleyball for you.
Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life.
And we are just moments away from the first serve here in Worthen Arena between the number 9 ranked Ball State Cardinals and the number 14 ranked Lewis Flyers. Evan, what a marquee matchup we have tonight.
Yeah, Lucas, I couldn't be more excited for this one. Worthen Arena is popping here on a Wednesday evening, and the fun part is we get them back-to-back. We got another matchup tomorrow.
Absolutely, and tomorrow will be Friday.
Thursday and Friday matchup,
tonight.
rather.
Been a long week, Evan, but we've been looking forward to this one, this moment right here for the entirety of it. The Cardinals in their home white uniforms and the Flyers in their alternate black camo uniforms. Lucas Machado is at the service line to start, and we are underway here in Muncie. And a whistle blown early, Ball State point. That one went off the net, and it will go to the Cardinals.
Yeah, an early attack error there from Lewis, or a defensive error rather. They just got caught in the net, so Ball State will take the first point in this one. Good start from the service line for the sophomore Machado as well.
Machado, the excellent setter for this Ball State team, will serve again. It is received by the Flyers. They set up, try to go across. Good blocking up front by the Cardinals, but it goes off their hands, and it will be point Flyers.
Yeah, a good response there from Lewis. That's what you got to do after giving up an error there that first time out. That was Oguz, who's been fabulous all season. He's from Turkey. He's been great up there in the middle. He gets the first point of the matchup for Lewis.
That was kill number 142 for Osan Oguz this season, and now at the service line for the Flyers is Frederick Kruger-Beer. His serve gets over, received by Davids Ocheva. Hand reached over from the Cardinals. It'll be point Lewis.
Yeah, they're going to get Machado on the air there. It looks like he got caught in the net, so that's an early point there for Lewis. They take a 2-1 lead. Now, Ball State's going to have this problem all day long. The middle, they're a little undersized, especially without Vanis Buckholes, who's out of the lineup today with an injury.
Vanis is one of the best blockers on that Ball State team. He leads the team in blocks with 33. We'll miss him tonight. Received by the Cardinals. Good blocking up front. We just talked about the middle, Evan, and another point for the Flyers.
Yeah, another point for the Flyers, and that's going to be the problem all night long, I think, for Ball State. They're just missing their key middle blocker, the senior. Without Vanis, we'll see what they can respond with, but there are two guys just in the net for Lewis, able to get it done.
Peter Moxel up there getting the block alongside some others. Tyler Morgan is also up front for the Flyers. Again is Beer. received by Pitlack. Machado sets up for Aline, and this is off the hands of the Flyers, and it'll be point Cardinals 3-2. Lewis still leads.
Yeah, good job there from Rajay Aline. I think he noticed that Tyler Morgan was coming over to the left side there. He was able to just knock it off of the hands of Morgan. He kind of stalled in midair there for a second and was able to get it off of the Flyers, so a good point there for the Cardinals.
Here's Patrick Rogers at the service line. This gun goes way out, and we know Patrick Rogers is very good at the service line, but not getting it where he needs to right there.
Yeah, Patrick Rogers goes with a riskier serve approach. He has 12 service aces on the season, but he also has 36 service errors. This is a guy who's a little inconsistent back there. He can get you some big points, but he gives away a lot as well.
Tyler Morgan set to serve. Gets it over, received by Tinashe. Machado sets up for Savitsky Lynn, and it'll be point Lewis as another error against the Cardinals.
And you can see Coach Cruz on the sideline over there shaking his head because as Lucas Machado goes over to the head official, he's complaining. That's the second time already in this match. We're in the first 7 points that Machado's been caught in the net.
Frustration could begin to grow if that continues. The serve is received by Pitlack. Aline trying to go cross court and does.
Yeah, good set there from Lucas Machado. Rajay Aline kind of slid over to the right side. No Flyer middle blocker was there to make a play. Easy kill for Aline. The Cardinals get a much-needed point.
Savitsky Lynn at the service line. The Flyers lead 5-3 now. 5-3 Lewis. Savitsky Lynn to serve. A good one over received by the Flyers. Trying to find an empty spot, and they do. The Lewis Flyers take a 3-point lead. It's 6-3.
And, you know, Lucas, I wouldn't be surprised if later in the match that's the kind of point that gets challenged as Max Rocky hit that ball right on the white line. I thought maybe we'd see Coach Cruz produce a challenge card. He didn't, so the point will go to the Flyers.
Tyler Morgan with the kill for the Flyers. And this serve will go against the net. It'll be point Ball State 6-4. Lewis leads.
Yeah, and on defense, we see Cam Gray, the libero, check in. He's been fantastic. Him and Lucas Pitlack always sub out for each other. Pitlack, the fifth-year grad senior. Cam Gray, the sophomore libero, has also been fantastic this season. And I have something later about the liberos. They have an interesting relationship, the liberos, between these two teams.
Rajay Aline at the service line for the Cardinals. This one bumps the net but gets over, received by the Flyers. This one's hit but out of bounds, and it'll be point Ball State 6-5. Lewis still leads.
And, you know, this is going to be the way these matchups are going to be, Lucas. I didn't want to say it too early, but I wouldn't be surprised to see both today and tomorrow go 5 sets.
Yeah, these are two top 3 teams in the MIVA, with Ball State sitting at that second ranking and Lewis at number 3. Both teams are 8-3 overall. Aline again to serve. Gets it over, received by the Flyers. Set up, put down the middle, and it'll be point Lewis.
Yeah, that's a big point there from Lewis. That's what you call, as Peter Wimkazel is able to get the point. That was just a statement play there from Lewis. Bump, set, kill. That's all they had to do.
Great play by Wilmoxel, and now he will serve. Received by Rogers funnily, and this is going to be an ace for Wilmoxel.
Yeah, well, Moxel gets the ace, and Patrick Rogers, his second error already here in set number 1, that time on the receiving end, just was not able to get the bump up in the air. Bad play there for the Cardinals.
And for Peter Wilmoxel, that brings his ace total on the season up to 3 now, and he will try and do it again here at the line. The serve is up, received by Rogers well that time. Machado set up. Patterson could not get it to fall. Free ball over by the Flyers. Machado goes to Aline. And Aline finds some hardwood. What a play by the Cardinals. And it is now 8-6. Flyers still lead.
Yeah, and this is something we've seen a lot in set number 1 from Rajay Aline. He gets a lot of kills early, and sometimes he tapers off towards sets 4 and 5. We'll see if he can keep up this energy the entirety of the match.
And one guy that you and I both know can keep up the energy for the entire match is now at the service line for the Cardinals. Tinashe and Davazocheva. Flyers receive. They will set up and put down another point for Lewis. They look good to start.
They do look good to start. They just look a little crisper out there. They have a little bit more energy, and Ball State right now is on their back heel.
And that is Osan Oguz, who we just talked about. Now he will go and serve for the Flyers. Oguz, 9 aces this season with 22 service errors. This one is received by Lucas Pitlack. Machado sets up. Tinashe!
And Davazocheva has been so good all season, especially kind of coming from the back row there, as that's another kill for him. He's averaging about almost 5 kills per set right now. He has 482 total attacks on the season with 239 kills. He's been so good.
An electric player for the Cardinals. Will Patterson is now at the service line. 9-7 Flyers lead, and a little shifty play by Tyler Morgan, their setter, to get the kill.
Yeah, Tyler Morgan shifts over to his left there, pretends like he's about to set up his opposite, and then just puts that one right in the middle of the hardwood for the Flyers. Very crafty play. Love a setter kill.
There's always a right time for it, but there are wrong times for it as well, Stowe. That one was the right time. 10-7 Flyers lead. Tinashe receives, Machado sets up, Rajay Aline cannot get the kill, and what a response. Wow, that is a great play by Max Rocky, their impact player for tonight.
Yeah, Max Rocky's playing like an impact, and he made an impact there. He got the ball. It was only the second hit on Lewis's side. I don't think Ball State saw that one coming. They went up for the block. There was no one on the left side of the hardwood, and he puts it to the floor.
Daniel Haber to serve for the Flyers. 11-7, they lead. This one's off the net. Pitlack hits it. Machado sets up. That is Patrick Rogers, and this one is way off. Point again to the Flyers.
Yeah, just mistimed the jump there. The Cardinals have been all out of sequence so far here to start in set number 1. We saw the dig by Lucas Pitlack, but that kind of set Ball State up. They were just a second behind their normal offensive rhythm, and that's the reason for the attacking error.
Flyers up 5, 12-7. Rogers receives. Machado sets him up off the fingertips, and point Ball State.
And that's what Ball State's been needing here these last couple of points. They just needed to be in rhythm, and they were able to do that there. Good bump, good set from Machado. Patrick Rogers able to get a kill. We'll see if Ball State's impact player tonight can finally start to get in rhythm.
Lucas Machado at the service line. This one a little bit off the net. It's a good serve, but the Flyers do receive. They're going to have to free ball it over. Cameron Gray sets up. Machado to Rogers. Puts it down. Point Ball State.
And someone who should get credit for that kill with what a great dig it was. Cam Gray, the libero, came over, made a great play with his left hand, was able to get it up to Patrick Rogers. That's the reason Ball State's going to come away with the point.
One thing I love about Cam Gray is that he has so much range defensively, and he's able to get to a lot of different balls that most people will not get to. Machado serves. And wow, what a play by the Cardinals to receive that. Ball is still alive, and look at Patrick Rogers, back to back to back. Number 20 starting to get in rhythm.
And this time I'm going to give the credit to Lucas Machado, the setter, with a fantastic dig, dove to the floor, got that one up. Gray sets it up, and then boom, Patrick Rogers. Hard to stop him when he's got that much daylight in front of him.
Machado at the service line again. He has 14 aces this season and 19 service errors. Flyers receive, and what a play. Patrick Rogers take over the match.
Rogers says, you know what, we don't need Vanis to have a presence there at the net. What a great block there from number 20. The Cardinals are right back in it, 11-12, now just a 1-point disadvantage in favor of Lewis.
A solo block, and he has had 4 straight scores for the Cardinals. Machado to serve, floats this one over. Flyers go to their opposite hitter. This one goes funny off the hands of Lucas Machado, and it'll be point Lewis.
Something I noticed there in that little run from the Cardinals, Lucas Machado changes his serve up all the time. Floater on that occasion. The 2 before that were kind of a low, powerful dip. And then the one before that was just a pretty standard serve. He's got a lot of versatility back there. I think that's what kind of helped propel the Cardinals on that 4 or 5 point run.
Keeping the defense on their toes as Frederick Kruger-Beer will go to the service line for the second time tonight for the Lewis Flyers. The Flyers lead 13-11 here in set 1. Cardinals receive to Savitsky-Lynn, and this will be point Ball State.
And that's Braden Savinsky-Lynn just playing the odds there. He saw Tyler Morgan shift up into the middle. He was a little late to get up there on the block. That one goes off of his left paw, straight out of bounds. Good point there for Braden Savinsky-Lynn.
Savinsky-Lynn, just a sophomore. He's got some years left with this program as Patrick Rogers is at the service line and will go against the net. That will extend the Lewis lead to 2. It's 14-12.
And Patrick Rogers, who sometimes is really good back there, having a not-so-great game from the service line to start this one, 2 straight service errors.
He struggled with that against Purdue Fort Wayne in their last match, had a couple of service errors that night, and did not come up with an ace. Tyler Morgan to serve for the Flyers. received by the Cardinals. Machado sets up to Nashe. This one's off the hands of the Flyers, and it'll be point Ball State.
Yeah, that's Ball State just getting in rhythm there early. They didn't have to do too much on the dig. They were able to comfortably set up their star, Tinashe Ndavazocheva, who's just able to make the play.
Braden Savitsky-Lin at the service line. 1 ace this season to 11 service errors. A good serve received by the Flyers. They'll go opposite side setting up, and well received by the Cardinals, but they're going to have to free ball it over. Chance for a point here for the Flyers, and they capitalize. 15-13, Lewis leads.
Yeah, Lewis isn't the kind of team you want to free ball it over with. Lucas Machado found out on that occasion. A good save there from the Cardinals out of bounds. Lucas free balls it over, and then it's just too easy for Lewis to get the point.
Well, a great job by the Flyers, and they are the first to 15 as we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. More Ball State volleyball here on SportsLink Digital Radio.
How big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University.
Back here in Worthen Arena, Ball State hitting .538 to start out this match, but they find themselves trailing 2. It's 15-13, the Lewis Flyers lead. I'm Lucas Thatcher alongside Evan Stowell. Evan, happy to be here tonight on a beautiful Thursday. The Cardinals receive. They're going to have to free ball it over, though. Lewis trying to capitalize, and they do. Another point for Lewis on back-to-back plays where the Cardinals had to free ball it over.
Yeah, Ball State's just looking a step slow on some of these service receives because right now, when they're setting it up to Machado, who's supposed to get it to your outside hitter and or your opposite, everything's just a step slow. That's making it a lot easier for Lewis to get in offense.
Flyers at the service line, received by the Cardinals. Going to Rajay Aline, and this will be a point for Ball State. Rajay Aline with a hot start.
Yeah, Rajay Aline, as you mentioned, hot start for him. Already his 4th kill so far here in set number 1. He needed a big bounce-back game. Didn't play great against PFW in the last couple of sets. He wasn't even played. So for Aline to get back out there, have a strong start, that means a lot to him. Right now, the only difference between these two teams is Ball State has 2 service errors to Lewis's 0.
16-14, Lewis leads. Aline trying to cut that down. A great serve by Rajay. The Flyers do respond, though, and they're going to hit this one. It puts that one falls just in. It'll be point Lewis.
Yeah, coffin corner there for Lewis. A good play there from Ozuz, and they're able to get that done. 17-14, now Lewis takes the lead. That was excellent placement there from Lewis. Just barely stayed in. Ball State kind of wanted to challenge it, but as we're seeing on the replay, it looks like it stayed in.
Max Rocky put it in just the right place as Peter Womoxel is now at the service line. Machado trying to get fancy and do it himself, and the Flyers say no to that, and a touch by Rajay Aline off of his hand will result in another Flyers point.
Yeah, another Flyers point, as you mentioned, and Ball State's going to need a timeout. Head coach Donan Cruz has seen enough. Coming out of that 1-15 break, Lucas, they just look a step slow. That's 3 straight points in favor of Lewis.
And Evan, what specifically do the Cardinals need to do to get back into rhythm and get back to where they're in a lead?
Well, so far, Lucas, they've had 1 block, and they've applied almost 0 pressure at the net, and you just can't do that against a ranked opponent like Lewis. Maybe you get away with that against some of your early season out-of-conference opponents, but MIVA play has started. Everything's in action. Everyone's fresh. These two teams both have pretty good records to start the year. Ball State needs to be better there. Patrick Rogers, Rajay Aline, they need to make more of an impact on that side of the game. I know Vanis is out. I know that's the guy who's normally getting those blocks, but Braden Savitsky-Lin, the sophomore, he could do a little bit more in there as well.
And when you talk about this match tonight, this could have an impact further down the line in the MIVA play, because these are two of the top teams in the MIVA, along with Loyola Chicago, who's in that #1 spot. Either one of these teams could very well end up winning the MIVA at the end of the season.
Yeah, Loyola Chicago started the season 10-0, 2-0 in conference play. Ball State 8-3 overall, as is Lewis. Ball State is 1-0 in conference play. Lewis is 1-1, but these two teams are going to be fighting towards the top of the standings. This is going to be an important matchup for Ball State as well. You have to take advantage of these home games, because if you don't, that's going to come back to bite you later on.
I 100% agree, Evan. Worthen Arena is an advantage that Ball State wants to take advantage of, and looking to do that here tonight. So far, struggling in that category as the Lewis Flyers lead 18-14 at the service line is Peter Wimogsel. Cardinals receive. Machado sets up Tinashe and Davazocheva, and it will be a point for Lewis, as it looks like a net violation from the Cardinals.
Yeah, that was a net violation there from Tinashe and Davazocheva, and sometimes you're going to get caught with that. He can do a lot better, though. He's got to be a little crisper. Right now, Ball State are 5 points behind, and that's not what they expected here in set 1.
19-15 now after the Flyers serve goes against the net, and Tinashe will now serve for the Cardinals. Need to get on a bit of a run here if the Cardinals, you're getting late in this first set. The Flyers only 6 away from winning. Mr. T at the service line. His serve is a good one, but received by the Flyers. Going to the opposite hit serve. And Rajay Aline looking to be that guy. Can he get it in? Yes, he can. 20-16 now. Cardinals trim that lead down to 4.
Yeah, Ball State needs a big run here late in set #1 to have a chance at winning this one. Rajay Aline's been the hot hand. I don't see why you don't keep feeding him.
He's had an excellent set #1 with 5 kills. That leads all players so far tonight. Will Patterson at the service line for the Cardinals. Received awkwardly by the Flyers. An excellent play up front by the Cardinals is going to get them a point as a net violation by the Flyers. It is now 20-17. And just like that, Evan, we're seeing a little bit of momentum shift towards the Cardinals.
Yeah, Ball State needs this. They got Frederick Kruger-Beer in the net on that occasion, so Will Basilio will come in, the freshman from Canada. We'll see if he can potentially get a much-needed service ace here for the Cardinals.
Will Basilio at the service line, the freshman from Canada. Cardinals receive well. Here's Patrick Rogers. This goes against the net, and it will be a point for the Flyers. They're now just 4 of those away from winning set #1.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to attribute the block to Frederick Kruger-Beer on that occasion or not, but the 6'9" middle blocker was in there making a difference at the net, and Ball State just could not get it over. Cardinals give up a crucial point.
Daniel Haber at the service line for the Flyers. Cardinals receive. Machado will set up Aline. He's been the hot hand. And this one goes back over, and immediately putting it down for the Cardinals is Braden Savitsky-Lynn. What a play by the sophomore.
Yeah, a powerful hit there from Rajay Aline. That hit the hands of the libero Nico Paula and immediately bounced back over towards the Cardinals side, and that's the easiest kill of the day that Braden Savitsky-Lynn's going to have.
The terrific setter for the Cardinals, Lucas Machado, the 6'6" sophomore from Canela, Brazil, at the service line. He gets it over. That was a hard one, as Evan, you said that he switches them up, and the Flyers respond well, getting another point. 22-18, Lewis leads.
Yeah, you got to give a lot of credit there to the libero, Nico Paula. He had a great dig, and that set up Frederick Kruger-Beer for a fantastic assist from Tyler Morgan. That was all in all great volleyball in system there from the Lewis Flyers.
And that's exactly what Dan Friend wants, playing by his system. There's a reason that he has as many wins as he has. 4th all-time in NCAA Division I men's volleyball for a reason, because his system works. And Pitlack receives that serve awkwardly. It'll go almost into the sands, and it'll be an ace for the Flyers. Now just 2 points away. 23-18 the score here in Muncie.
And we see another timeout here, and head coach Donan Cruz is a little fired up right now, Lucas. I mean, there's a lot of boneheaded mistakes being made. That one from your 5th-year senior, Lucas Pitlack, tries to hit that one in the air on the service receive, and he just can't do it. I mean, that was a really, it wasn't a great play.
It just wasn't.
It's an unforced error, and you can't have that here in set #1 when you're trying to claw your way back into potentially winning the set. And another thing you don't like if you're head coach Donan Cruz Why does Lewis have more energy in your building right now? You just can't have that.
That's exactly what I was going to get to, Evan. This Ball State team, maybe their biggest strength is their personality and their passion that they play with. And right now, you just don't see any of that. They look a little dull out there. They look a little flat-footed. They don't seem ready to go. Lewis has come into this building with an attitude and a mentality that they want to win, and they will win. And right now, they're only 2 points away from winning set one. What an energy that the Flyers have brought into Worthen Arena.
Yeah, they came in here on the road, and they've looked like the home team for some of this stretch. I mean, they just have had way more energy. Every time they get a point, their guys are more fired up. Ball State just needs to come together as a team and say, hey, guys, we need to get it together and bring a little bit of juice to the building, because right now the fans are on their feet. No one's getting ready for a chirping Charlie. It's a 5-point advantage in favor of Lewis. Ball State needs to claw its way back. They need to find it now.
See if they can do that right here. It only takes 1 point for Ball State to get momentum back and to start building something. Let's see if they can climb their way back and potentially make a shocking comeback here in set one. The Flyers lead 23-18 at the service line for Lewis is Tyler Walenga, the redshirt freshman from Frankfort, Illinois. Cardinals will receive. Machado goes to the center for Savitsky-Lin. Now he'll go to Patrick Rogers, and great blocking up front by the Lewis Flyers forces the Cardinals to free ball it over. The Flyers trying to get a play, and they do. Point. Osan Oguz for the Flyers.
Yeah, the man from Turkey, that was our impact player before the game started. He's been fantastic all day, and now set point for Lewis. Ball State, crunch time.
Oguz leads the Flyers in kills with 4. Rajay Aline for the Cardinals leads the entirety of this game with 5 so far. Walenga, his serve is received by the Cardinals, and Rajay Aline does it again. That's kill number 6 early on, Evan.
Yeah, and right now, Rajay Aline's the only reason Ball State's even in this set. He's been carrying them. He's been playing with a lot of energy. He looks fired up. He claps over at his libero, Cam Gray, and Lucas Machado, and he says, hey, guys, we need to carry this momentum.
Let's see if they can continue to carry that momentum here in set one. 24-19, Flyers lead. Blocking up front by the Cardinals goes good for them, as that's a point. Ball State looked like a net violation by Lewis.
Yeah, they're going to give Rocky the net violation, so Patrick Rogers will head back to the service line. Got to string a couple more points together. You start to see a few fans here at Worthen Arena stand up. Ball State getting closer.
Rogers has struggled at the service line tonight so far. Almost gets an ace there, and he will get an ace.
That's what I'm talking about. A brilliant serve there from Patrick Rogers. It starts kind of in the middle, and then it fades to the left. It would have fallen down inbounds. Then a bad reception there by Lewis. That one falls out of bounds and in favor of the Cardinals. Ball State now 3 straight points. It's 21-24. That's what I'm talking about. A good use of the timeout there from Doan and Cruz earlier in the set. Ball State looks like they have a totally different life here.
And for Patrick Rogers, that is a huge ace for him to get, because he struggled last match at the service line, had a lot of service errors, didn't have any aces, and then tonight already had a couple of service errors, didn't look good at the service line, gets that ace right there. That could be a big confidence boost for him.
Well, I was talking with our good friend Nate Locker earlier today, who, as you know, is running Setting the Standard alongside Tristan Fleur, which if you haven't watched, you should go watch it. The first 2 episodes are out on SportsLink. But so far this season, Patrick Rogers has been really inconsistent. Some games he has a ton of service errors, and then other games he has a bunch of aces. He needs to kind of get back on track there. That's what he can do from the service line. You just want to see him do it a little bit more consistently, because when he does that, this Ball State team is hard to beat.
And Rogers, as earlier that we saw, he himself went on a little run with 4 straight points. So he can be a dangerous, dangerous player, one of the better players in the MIVA, if he can really get going. And right now the Cardinals want him to get going, but if there's anyone that they're going to feed, it's the hot end of Rajay Aline. Rogers to serve, received by Lewis. Flyers set up. They will go with Osun, and Osun gets it down, and that will be the end of set number 1. The Flyers win 25-21 here in Worthen Arena. Don't go anywhere. We've got set 2 coming up on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State SportsLink.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Welcome back in here to Worthen Arena for set number 2, which is just 20 seconds away from starting. Alongside Evan Stowell, I'm Lucas Thatcher. Evan, that was a very consistent first set for the Lewis Flyers.
I mean, for Lewis, it just comes down to being way better at the service line. Ball State with 2 service errors, but Lewis also had the 2 service errors. But when I mean better at the service line, Lucas, something that isn't going to pop out on the stat sheet is a lot more of their serves gave Ball State problems. They had all sorts of issues receiving those serves. It set Lewis up in rhythm every single time, and that's why Lewis's attacking and hitting percentage is so much higher than Ball State's.
And Ball State, as you said, had a little bit of trouble with receiving. They had to free ball a lot of possessions over back to Lewis, and that's just not a recipe for success, especially when going up against a team as good as the Flyers.
No, you want it to be like a home-cooked meal on a Saturday night, Lucas. You want it to feel good. You want it to feel comfortable, and that's not the way this Ball State offense has been feeling. Lucas Pitlack, Cam Gray, Patrick Rogers, all of them have had trouble receiving some of these serves. We'll see if they can clean that up here in set number 2.
Well, we're going to see right here if their receiving is any better, as the Flyers will start with Daniel Haber at the service line. Received by the Cardinals. That one was received well. Patrick Rogers trying to go cross court, hits the ref, and it'll be point Lewis.
Good set there to Patrick Rogers, who was by the head referee there on that left side. He just wasn't able to get the ball to come back down to planet Earth. That one sailed, hit the ref on the left side. He handled it well, though. No flinch from the referee. First point of the set goes to Lewis.
You got to be tough if you're going to be a line judge out there.
Sure do.
Haber again to serve, the junior from Rensenburg, New York. His serve is in there, and it's an ace again for the Flyers. That's their 4th of the night, and they go out to a 2-0 lead to start off set number 2.
Yeah, and Patrick Rogers and Aline were both there. Both of them just a little slow to get to it. Looked like a miscommunication. Good start here in set 2 from the Flyers.
Especially from the service line with Daniel Haber. Trying to repeat that success. This one softly hit over. Rogers trying to put one down, and he gets a point off the hands of the Flyers. It's 2-1.
Yeah, good job there from Patrick Rogers. The 6'7" setter, Tyler Morgan, kind of moved over to the right side. He had a hand on it. Wasn't able to get it down, though. That one will go off towards the right and veer towards Mick Tidrow there on the right side table.
Lucas Machado to serve for the Cardinals. Lewis receives, and this one will go back over for the Cardinals. And trying to get the kill there is Rogers softly, then goes hard, and the Flyers are playing really good defense. Not great defense there from Tinashe and Davazocheva. He had his feet set and hits it funnily off. It'll be 3-1 Flyers.
Yeah, got to give a lot of credit to the 6'1" junior from Tampa, Florida. Nico Paula, the libero, is the one who really made that play. He set up Daniel Haber to get that kill. He saved it when Ball State's Patrick Rogers had 2 different attempts to try to get that kill over the net. The first one was a soft touch over, then it was a more powerful hit. Now we're going to see, I believe we're going to take a look at that last one, as I think head coach Donan Cruz challenged it. I'm not 100% sure what they were looking for. Maybe a touch at the net, but it looked pretty clear that that was a kill for Haber.
And you talked about Nico Paula. He is so excellent defensively and such a game changer for the Flyers. 101 digs coming into this season. He has been the MIVA Defensive Player of the Week 4 different times in his career, and he comes into tonight with 367 career digs.
And a fun little story about Nico Paula. He's the libero there for Lewis. The libero for Ball State, Cameron Gray. They've been friends for a long time. They've known each other since Cam used to live in Georgia. And fun fact, 4 of the setters in the MIVA are all friends. They have a group chat together. They kind of work with each other. I think Cam Gray is the youngest setter, well, the youngest as part of that group chat, but all 4 of them, the one from McKendree, Ohio State, and then obviously Lewis and Ball State, they all 4 work together. They communicate, and I just think that's really cool. A position where you're not going to see a lot of offense, that's 4 guys helping each other out and getting better at their position. I just thought that was really interesting.
Well, if you want to get better, you're going to have to work with some of the best, and around the MIVA there are some excellent liberos. Those 4 are some of the best. Awesome that they have a group chat together and all friends.
Yeah, Nico Paula, and he said Cam Gray, they work in the offseason sometimes. They just work to get better at their position. I think that's really cool as the officials' review now concludes, and the point will go to the Cardinals. So there was a touch there, so a good challenge there from Donan Cruz. He's one of the best in the business. A good use of the card on that occasion.
And that will flip the score from 3-1 Flyers now to 2-all, 2-2. Cardinals have tied it up. 2 straight points for the Cardinals, and now they will be at the service line again with Lucas Machado. Machado, the lefty. You talked about it earlier, Evan. He switches up his serves a lot and is very versatile at the line. This one is a line drive straight to Lewis, but they receive it well. Trying to go to the opposite side. Osun Ogun has it go off the hands, and a great block up front by the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's what you need from Patrick Rogers. He has a couple of kills just being set up today, but you need a better presence at the net. He's able to get it done on that occasion. A great block for the Cardinals as they take their first lead here in set number 2.
And what seems like what has been an extremely rare thing tonight is a Cardinals lead, 3-2 Ball State. Flyers receive, and great play by the Cardinals. Patrick Rogers trying to get a kill, and he will. Do not let number 20 get going because he is dangerous for 2 Cardinals.
We saw it at the end of set number 1. Patrick Rogers was starting to get going. He had an ace. He had a kill. He's continued that over into set number 2. That's his first kill, but he also had a block of the play before. Ball State finding their legs a little bit here in set 2.
Machado at the service line again. This one goes out. It'll be a service error against the Cardinals and a mistake that they cannot continue to make.
They can't continue to make it, but a guy like Lucas Machado, you're a little more comfortable with him being aggressive on those serves. He's generally pretty good at controlling them. He has such a wide plethora of options. I don't hate that service error there from Lucas.
Cardinals still in the lead, 4-3. Flyers looking to regain that lead, and in set number 1, they led for most of the way. Frederick Kruger-Beer to serve. Pitlack has this go off his face, but it still ends up working for the Cardinals as Rajay Aline gets a point.
Yeah, good job there from Rajay Aline. He was the hot hand in set number 1. He continues that over into set number 2. That's his 7th kill so far in the match. His first in set number 2. Ball State 2-point advantage.
Aline and Rogers leading the way with 6 and 5 respectfully in the kills category. Flyers trying to get a point. will not get it there. Rogers trying to do it again, and he does. Patrick Rogers catching fire here in set number 2. It's 6-3 Cardinals.
Yeah, that's what you needed here in set 2. You needed somebody to find their hot hand. Patrick Rogers has done so. That's his second kill. He already has a block. Now he's going to head back to the service line and look to carry the momentum that he had back there in set 1.
Rogers' serve is hard, but received by Lewis. Machado has it go off his chest, and Ball State will have to free ball it over. Flyers looking to get a point to regain their lead. It's 6-3 Cardinals. Rajay Aline has it go off the pole, and it will be point Lewis.
Yeah, you can't hit the candy cane on that occasion. He does such, so the point will go to the Flyers, but I like the aggressiveness at the net. We saw a good, strong blocking presence there from Aline, Rogers, and Savinsky-Lynn. That kind of put Lewis out of offensive rhythm. I know the point went to the Flyers, but the Cardinals looked stronger in their attack.
6-4 Ball State leads. Tyler Morgan at the service line for the Flyers. This one is a soft one getting it over. Machado puts it down for Savinsky-Lynn up the middle. And now he'll put it up for Tinashe. Goes off the hands, and it is point Ball State. 7-4, Cardinals lead.
Yeah, shout out Braden Savinsky-Lynn, the middle blocker for the original hit that got over the net. That was free-balled back over, which allowed Mr. T the easy kill. That's the kind of offense building from good, strong play from your teammates that you want to see. Donan Cruz looks a lot happier here in set 2.
Savinsky-Lynn at the service line for the Cardinals now. 7-4, they lead. Received by the Flyers. Going to the middle blocker and getting a point. What a play up front by Osana Oguz. (7-5) now, Cardinals lead. And Max Rocky will serve for the Flyers. Received by the Cardinals. Rajay Aline has it go off his hands, off of the Flyers' hands, and it will be a point for Ball State. 8-5. Their lead is now 3.
They were really excited about bringing him in this season. A lot of people were saying he could be that difference maker, Rajay Aline. He's looking like it right here. MIVA play is just getting underway for this Cardinals team. They already went 5 sets against PFW. They need a guy like Rajay Aline to be consistently in there, and he's producing so far in this match.
The transfer from Quincy has had 4 games with double-digit kills this season. He is at the service line, gets it over, and what a play again for Osano Goose, who has been really active tonight for the Flyers.
There's a reason we picked him as our impact, Lucas. He's been fantastic. He has the most kills on the season. He has the second most kills on the season for this Lewis team, and he's been fabulous tonight. Oguz has been really impressive to watch.
Peter Wimokzil at the service line for the Flyers. Cardinals receive. Machado sets up Aline. Tries to go cross court and just puts a little too much mustard.
He didn't, and Coach Cruz isn't going to challenge it, so the point will go to Lewis.
Cardinals hold a 1-point lead at 8. It is 8-7. Wimokzil lofts it up. Machado going cross to Tinashe. And then Machado doing it himself. What a play by Lucas Machado. Had nobody covering the middle and took advantage of the lazy defense by the Flyers.
I love when Lucas Machado decides to get aggressive. Even though he's a setter, he has a wide plethora of options, and he gets some kills. That's actually not his first kill on the season. That is his 40th. For a setter, he's able to get it done offensively.
Tinashe and Davizacheva at the line, and this goes against the net. It'll now be 9-8 Cardinals lead.
Lucas, that's kind of been the energy of the day. Every time Ball State starts to pull away, you start to feel a little momentum. They just make some mistakes that you really can't have a team making at this point in the season. You got to be a little bit more intentional with what you're doing, and you got to be a little bit better, in my opinion.
Especially when it comes to the service line, because if you don't get it over, you don't give yourself a chance at all for a point. As we say that, a service error by the Flyers, that was Osano Goose.
You know, Lucas, it's important to remember service errors are always going to happen. It's about when they happen that matters. Ball State, you want to get a couple-point run before you go with that service error, because at least you started to build some momentum, especially after losing set 1. I'm sure that was a bit of a shock for them.
Cardinals lead 10-8. Flyers go to Oguz. Did he get it in? Yes, he did. What a play by number 17 for the Flyers. He's been extremely good tonight.
Yeah, Oguz has really been keeping them in this set number 2. That's already his 3rd kill of the set. He's really been the difference maker. We might be seeing another challenge here, and we are. Coach Cruz is going to have them take a look at that one. So yet another challenge here from Coach Cruz. He won the first one. We'll see what he can do on the second one.
Well, Cruz and that Cardinals bench had a great look at it. It was right in front of them. So we'll see how this ends up going, and if it does go in the Cardinals' favor, it'll be 11-8 they lead, but as it stands right now, it is 10-9, a 1-point deficit for the Flyers. The Flyers look so good in set number 1. Evan, how did they regain what they had in set number 1 here in set number 2 and
for
take
them,
this lead?
The reason they were doing so well in set number 1 is the good, strong start they got out to. That really killed the energy in the building. Right now, the energy's back to a more normal level. Ball State playing where they like to be, which is out in front, controlling the energy in the building. But that last challenge, this is going to be crucial, because if not, it allows the Flyers just 1 point behind Ball State to be 10-9. It looked like it kind of stayed in the left corner, but Coach Cruz was standing right in front of where it landed, so you'd think he has the best look. But I think for Lewis, continue to do what you're doing. Feed your hot hands. Oguz has been fabulous. You got to go to Rocky on the opposite side as well from time to time. Those 2 guys are your main offensive weapons. You got to like what you're doing defensively. You love what you're doing with your libero. And I just think Lewis is playing pretty good so far. It's hard to play on the road at Worthen Arena. This is the kind of game where if you force it 5 sets, you feel pretty good about it no matter the result.
Max Rocky, the leader in kills for the Lewis Flyers, only with 3 tonight. He's been quieter than usual. He has 145 kills coming into this match, now at 148. And the point will go to Lewis. So it stays 10-9.
I wonder if Coach Cruz was looking for a touch or whether or not it was in, because it looked pretty obvious that it was in from up here, but we have a better vantage point than they do down there on the court.
Well, either way, it is now 10-9 Cardinals. They only lead by 1. At the service line, Daniel Haber. Received by the Cardinals. Machado sets up, and Davazocheva who puts it down. Point, Ball State, 11-9. Evan, I wish I could jump that high.
Sometimes in my dreams at night, Lucas, I jump that high, but
really?
It doesn't happen in real life.
Machado at the service line, 11-9 Cardinals. A soft put over by the Flyers. And now Rajay Aline says, let me show you how it's done. But he doesn't, as great blocking up front by the Flyers gives them the point. It's now 11-10.
Yeah, Max Rocky said, let me show you how it's done, Rajay Aline, as he goes over there, gets a right paw on it. It falls right back down into the center of the Ball State side of the court. That was a nice play up front.
He had to hit that perfectly. If he hit it any other way, it would have gone off to the side, but able to get it down. What a play by Max Rocky up front. Frederick Kruger-Beer at the service line for the Flyers. Received by the Cardinals, setting up for Patrick Rogers. Now the Flyers will try to go with Rocky again, and back at him. Had a block before and now gets his kill attempt block. Patrick Rogers was there. What a play by number 20.
Yeah, you got to love when your middle blocker and your outside hitter are connected like that. Braden Savitsky-Lynn and Patrick Rogers moved over together in unison. They were able to get their hands on it, and it falls right back down. Good block for the Cardinals.
12-10, Ball State leads. Rogers at the service line. And putting it right back over is Savitsky-Lynn. He has been excellent up front for the Cardinals tonight, especially with the absence of Vanis Buckholz.
Yeah, we keep mentioning Vanis, and it's because he's such a great player. But the young sophomore, Braden Savitsky-Lynn, he's really filling in that role nicely. He looks good this evening.
Savitsky-Lynn, the 6'7 sophomore. And Rogers at the service line, just a little bit too much, and that will go out. It'll now be 13-11. Ball State leads over the Flyers.
That's an error that you can live with if you're Coach Cruz, because that one was pretty close to being in. Patrick Rogers, good-looking serve there. You put a little less mustard on that. That one's an ace.
Tyler Morgan on to serve for the Flyers. Rajay Aline, just too much that time. Had an awkward angle at it, trying to reach up a little too high, and it'll go out. It's now 13-12. Cardinals still lead, but the Lewis is coming back. The Flyers setter Tyler Morgan still at the service line. Lucas Pitlack receives it. Machado sets up. Patrick Rogers puts it down. Point Ball State.
I love when Patrick Rogers jumps from the back row like that and gets a powerful kill. That was fantastic from number 20. He's showed up to play today.
Rogers, probably the star player for Ball State, has had such an incredible season this year, and he's getting it done tonight with 7 kills this evening. Flyers setting up. This will not go off the hands, and this will be point Ball State. I thought for a moment there that a Cardinal reached out their hand, but quickly brought it back in. And Ball State is going to win the race to 15. So we're going to take a quick break here on SportsLink Digital Radio, and then when we come back, more Ball State volleyball presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Back here in Worthen Arena, alongside Evan Stowell, I'm Lucas Thatcher here on SportsLink Digital Radio. Cardinals lead 15-12 here in set number 2, but the Flyers took set 1. Evan, this is a big set 2 for the Cardinals. They need to win this one. Ahead right now, Braden Savitsky-Lynn at the line, and he might end up with an ace here, and he will. Point Ball State, and that was a quick one to extend the lead to 4. 16-12, the Cardinals lead. Savitsky-Lynn with the ace before. Now trying to do it again. Another good serve received by the Flyers this time, and putting it down for a point is Max Rocky, their lead kill getter on the season.
Yeah, Rocky with the good kill there, and that was a much-needed point for Lewis. They're losing a little momentum here in set number 2. They were in danger of falling behind by 4 points. Good kill from Rocky. Good leadership there. Easy kill, probably the easiest he's had tonight.
Rocky, a senior from Johnston, Iowa. Outside hitter standing at 6'8". Last season, an AVCA All-American honorable mention and first-team All-MEVA. Cole Schweitzer at the line for the Flyers. Cardinals receive. Machado sets up Patterson, and it's point Ball State. 17-13. Cardinals extend their lead to 4 as Cam Gregg comes in for Lucas Pitlack. Rajay Aline set to serve for the Cards. Has been excellent tonight. 8 kills so far in this match. 17-13 Ball State over Lewis. Aline to serve, and it is against the net. It'll be 17-14 now, and the Flyers will take over serving duties. Tyler Walanga in to serve for the Flyers now. Walanga, a redshirt freshman from Frankfort, Illinois.